Let's see what happens. It's the final match of the day here for North American League Play Week 3. With the commentary down on the field, it's going to be Wave Punk and Finable Carpet. Take it away, guys.
It's the last match of the day, folks, here at the RLCS for North America Week 3. And Take 3 is looking to hopefully break their just abysmal losing streak right now. They have not won a game in 3 series, and they're hoping to change that here against Deception.
And as I said earlier, they were, after that first week, I looked at Take 3 as a team that was just going to dominate everyone. They definitely have had a hard time maintaining that strength going through the league and going through this week especially, and what a week this has been. Some incredible games that I've had the honor of being able to cast most of them today. It's been so much fun. Almost every game going to Game 5, or a lot of the series, I should say, going to Game 5.
Yep, for sure. It's been very, very close between these two teams. An interesting statistic to bring up is that Take 3 is the best in the league as far as shots against. They play that very, very wide rotation. They play a lot of midfield defense. They don't allow shots to happen on their net very often. And they're the best in the league at 6.75 shots per game against them. But on the flip side, we have, as they were saying on the desk, Deception is the best at shots per game. They put on the most shots onto the net. And so it'll be very interesting to see how these two styles clash. We have one team that's very good at blocking shots. We have one team that's very good at taking shots regardless of who they're playing. So it's going to be interesting to see which of those two sides are going to win out.
I expect to see Take 3 stuck on defense for longer than they're comfortable with. But I do fear that Deception's aggression is going to let them given too many open nets. Having no one rotate back quick enough, you're not going to have the boost because you're constantly in your opponent's half. And I fear that they might let in a couple open nets.
It's going to be a wild ride. I'm excited to see how this last match goes. Deception will be in the orange, and Take 3 will be in the blue. Game 1 set to go here on DFH. We'll see who wins the kickoff. It'll be a very neutral kickoff. Both teams going for the cheat up, and both cheat ups remaining very quiet. Vince moves up from the backfield, and Zane will play that one back up to mid. And now Rizzo watching as Corrupted takes a shot. Belf with the redirect. Can't quite get there. Can anyone finish this one off? No, it'll be Insolences who clears it away out into the corner. Now Rizzo trying to pop it through. Zane gets the block as Vince tried to finish it off, but it'll be Bell. Comes in with that last touch. Vince just taking it off the hood of Zane Jackie there. Finally getting a clear. Take 3 really trapped in their own half there for the first 30 seconds. Now Rizzo dropping that one onto the backboard. Insolences, it almost looked like Insolences cleared that. It kind of looked like it was getting underneath the bar, but either way, we're still here scoreless in the first minute of Game 1. Insolences and Rizzo up on offense. As it falls back to the midfield, Zane takes a nice shot. Can he finish this one off? Goes in, gets it in, and that's first blood on the board.
He almost got a really cool follow-up on his own shot, actually. Gets this midfield touch. He sees Bell in front of him. Vince not in a place to take the net, but Vince actually puts it in himself. Zenjaki trying to follow through. It's a shame. Vince definitely wanted to get up quick for that, but he didn't realize how far he was from the crossbar.
4:05 left to go. We're seeing Take 3 with a lead in game number 1. Insolences moves out of goal and lets Rizzo move in behind him. Zane going to be moving up by himself. Puts it onto the backboard. Insolences is up. Oh, he shoots high. Rizzo comes in with a third shot, but cannot get it past Corrupted G. Insolences got to be hurting on that one. It was very close. He had a wide open net, just needed to drop it straight down. But Zane sets this one back in front of the box. Vince will clear it away. And now Corrupted G looking to clear this one out of his own half. See if they can transition onto offense here. It'll be Zane Jackie across the midfield line. Quite a pinball there between 3 cars. Going to bounce around.
Yeah.
And Zane Jackie and Insolences dropping it into the box again. The ball spending a lot of time on this orange half right now. Take 3 looking good on offense at the moment as Bell clears that one up to Corrupted G, but he misses the touch, and that'll leave it for Insolences coming up from the backfield. Bell be able to set that one up to midfield. Crossed by Rizzo. Zane watches and will play this one off the wall. Beats out Corrupted G, but 2 players pop it back into the blue. Starting to see a bit more offensive pressure coming out from Deception. But as Insolences carries that over 2, Rizzo puts it into the corner. See if they're able to play this one past Bell, who gets it in the corner and plays it back out.
It's looking a bit like Take 3 has woken up a bit on defense, or offense, I should say. They're maintaining possession of it. They're not giving away for no reason. They're not just clearing it. They're trying to touch it to each other. They're contesting in midfield, but they're not overcommitting.
2:34 left to go. We're seeing Vince try to pressure that one through. Bell will pop it in the corner, and then he will let that one fly out past Zane Jackie's. Vince comes up to try and gain ball control, but it'll be Insolences who sends it onto the backboard. Interesting opportunity here for Rizzo, who can't get it past Bell, who got there first. Now Vince putting it into the corner. Insolences back across midfield. Bell and Zane Jackie countering volleys here, and it'll end up and settle in orange corner. A demo on Insolences buys a bit of space here for Deception. It'll be Corrupted G trying to play it out and under. Vince now will pick up ball control in his own box. Waits out patiently, but Zane Jackie able to push that one through. Corrupted G now. As it pops up high, Rizzo immediately responds. It's looking a lot like Take 3 right now is getting to the ball first. They are being more aggressive. They are going for the contention, and that's a huge part of what has them up on offense right now.
In general, I've seen a lot more physicality from teams just over the last few months, getting a lot more bumps, being more comfortable with where you are positional. I think it has to do with also knowing where your teammates are, knowing you have the time to go for the demo or for the bump.
Corrupted G puts that one into the corner. Now Zane Jackie looking to push it around. Rizzo can't clear it and is falling down. Corrupted G able to get that one past the last defender, and it's a tie game.
This finding itself in front of net with no one in between. We see Vince getting the touch, trying to put it out as fast as possible. I think Insolences was a little too comforted by the fact that his teammate was going to reach that. But Zane Jackie wasn't able to clear that out, and it just falls right in front of the net.
1:14 left to go. It's a tie game here in game number 1. Zane Jackie plays that one under 2 over the top of Bell and into a nice spot for Rizzo, who drops it into the net, even though Corrupted G was there. An excellent play there.
Rizzo getting on top of this, rotating his car to dunk it on Corrupted G, getting it through him. I was actually on his player cam at that moment. You actually got to watch him rotate his car and deliberately put himself above the ball, knowing Corrupted was going to get a weak touch. Incredible.
An excellent play by Rizzo, giving his team a 1-point lead here in game number 1. Vince will drop that one down to Bell, who takes the shot into the goal, and it's a tie game immediately.
What a counterattack from Deception, getting this midfield play. Vince touching that, clearing it across the net, across the field, and Bell just coming in from the left-hand side, getting all that power on the redirect.
58 seconds remaining, and it's all tied up in game number 1. Take 3 just looking to get a win here. They have not managed to take a game in 2 weeks. So it'll be just a good moral victory just to even get the win. Even if they can't take the series, win a game here. But Deception looking to move up in league play and want the win as well. Zane Jackie now circles around as Bell pushes that one across midfield line. Insolences with a nice contention. Corrupted G is up and shoots towards the net, but Rizzo will put it away. Zane Jackie hangs in the back as Bell tries to play it over the top of his front line. Vince keeps it onto the backboard. A nice setup there. And it'll be Corrupted G in the air, but Insolences gets there first and clears up to midfield. Bell, the midfield defense, camo strong there for Deception. Now Rizzo gets bumped in the corner by Corrupted G, which gives a lot of space here. They drop that one towards the net, cleared away by Insolences. Always a defender back in net for Take 3. Rizzo looking to pop it away. Actually, Insolences will take it from him and send it over into the corner. We will have overtime in game number 1.
See a fair amount of ping-ponging back and forth, but a lot of it is just these players trying to read it. They get the clear, they realize it's right to another player, so they're going to wait. They're going to wait for the counter clear, and it kind of goes back and forth for a while until somebody on one of the teams can actually follow up and beat an opponent to the ball.
Nice 50-50 from Insolences, but Vince got all of that one. Had a double tap, 3 shots that go just wide of the goal from Deception there. So bounces back out into the middle. Bell will win the 50-50 and pinch it onto the backboard. Rizzo will pick this one up, but Bell just tackles him outright. And Zane Jackie trying to clear it away from his own goal. By Insolences time to get set up in net. It'll be Rizzo who pushes this one around, shoots it towards the goal. Corrupted G is there, sends it over to the side. He's able to put it onto the wall. Now Zane Jackie moving upfield as Rizzo hangs in the back. You see Insolences sitting there, kind of, he and Rizzo in the same area, not the best positioning defensively, but they're able to transition this one out. 55 seconds into overtime here. First goal will win as Rizzo sends this one onto the backboard, and Bell clears it back down into the direction of Insolences, who bounces it around the corner. Rizzo going to try and push this one through. Can Zane Jackie come up from the back? He takes the shot, gets it past Vince, and that is the win for Take 3.
This pinch slamming out the ceiling, always difficult to read. This goes right up, bouncing straight down into the hands of Zane Jackie, who waits for the power shot, giving them the victory in overtime in the first game. But I do want to make a comment. We see a lot of shots from Deception. As soon as that overtime started, We saw 3 shots back-to-back from Deception.
Yep.
2 of those shots were on an open net.
Yep.
They had the opportunity. They were difficult, but they had the opportunity to actually end that overtime run off the bat. So you mentioned earlier they put on some of the most shots, but that doesn't mean a lot if you're not able to put them on target. So I think if Deception can clean that up a little bit, this game would have easily been in their favor.
Yep, they are 3rd worst in shooting, apparently, is what Deception's record is for shot accuracy. They put on the shots, but like you said, there were 3 shots in a row, one of which is arguably a backboard pass, but then immediately 2 other shots that pound the exact same spot, just wide of the goal. They could have won it there, and instead we're going to see Take 3 holding on. They get the win. This is the first time they have won a game in 4 series, so that's got to feel really good for them moving forward here. They're not going to get 3-0'd again at worst, and at best, maybe they'll actually be able to take the whole series here off of Deception. But it was excellent play from both sides. 7 shots from Rizzo, 2 from Zane Jackie, putting up 9 to just 4 on Deception. Team that we said will put up a lot of shots, but they hold them to just, oh, actually it's just 5. It's 5 shots that they hold them to.
I mean, and Deception, like I said, if they can put these shots up, I actually like the fact that they're putting on just almost sometimes an unnecessary amount of shots because it forces Take 3 into panic mode. Like, we have to make this save. This could be on target. You have to always assume it'll be on target, so you can't just think they're going to miss. So you still dedicate a defender to it, so I like it. But sometimes, if you do have the open net, you have to take advantage.
Sure. That is a good strategy that we've been seeing them put forward there. We'll see if Take 3 is able to respond. But they got the win there. They worked out for them in game number 1. We'll see how game number 2 goes here. As Bell wraps that one around, drops it into a nice spot, cleared away by Take 3. Vince keeps the pressure on, puts it back into the box, but there's Zane Jackie with a hard clear over to the wall. Now Rizzo will follow it off the wall. Actually misses that touch, which leaves it for Zane Jackie in the back. A pinch between Vince will drop into a nice spot, but Bell puts it wide. Now that leaves it with Insolences up on the wall. He goes high of the ball. He's able to pull out Corrupted G. Now the ball off the side. Bell is up. Does not go through. They get it past Rizzo, and it's into the back line of Take 3. They'll try to carry this one across. There's a nice touch from Insolences putting it past Bell. Vince tried to pressure that one through, but oh no! The touch from Corrupted G carries it into his own net, and there's the first point for Zane Jackie.
For a half second when I saw him make contact, I'm like, whoa, what a sick shot from the midfield. Then I realized it was his own net. He tried to push it over. He thought he was last man. Didn't realize he had someone underneath him and in front of him who probably could have slowly dribbled it to the side. It was still a pretty terrifying situation, but they definitely had time to deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. And that gives Take 3 the lead here in the first minute of gameplay. We'll see how Deception is able to respond. Will Corrupted G be able to tie it up? Insolences puts it onto the backboard. Vince does not get the touch there. And now Corrupted G. The hard clear. Zane to Insolences. Nice contention there from Insolences, dropping it to Zane Jackie. My goodness, the passing off of kind of the awkward touches. Has the ball in a dangerous spot, but cleared away by Bell, and Corrupted G hangs back at net. It'll be Insolences who moves up now. Been hanging in the back, it's definitely full on boost. Ready to make a push. Was able to get it towards that back line, but Rizzo didn't like what he saw from the Deception players, and Vince is able to get it past 2 goalies and tie the game up.
Vince, we talked about the kind of shots he was going to be able to make, but Corrupted G getting that follow-up was actually what set that up for him. Vince getting the first and last touch of that play just shows how much presence he has on Deception.
3:30 left to go. Game number 2. The score going very similar to the way it did in game number 1 with Take 3 scoring early and then Deception tying it up. Let's see if they're able to end it in regulation here. Zane and Insolences drop this one. They get it over the top. Some nice little small ball passing plays, and that gives Take 3 the lead again.
This is that misdirection we talk about works so well in Rocket League. This first touch from Insolences down right into Zane Jackie, who just passed him. That was actually really cool.
Yeah, really, really excellent placement just to say, hey, you put it back. I'm going to put it up to you, and then Vince drop it back onto my hood. I'll put it into the net. And that's got the lead here for Take 3. Hold on to that 1 goal. See if they're able to maintain it here with 3:10 left to go. Corrupted gets it past Zane. Insolences hangs here at the midfield line. Not their typical defensive positioning. But so far they haven't been hurt by it. As the ball's in the corner, Vince looking for an opportunity. Insolences will play it back to Rizzo. He puts it up here to the midfield. Now Zane on the wall. Gets it past Corrupted, but just barely, and that'll leave it for Vince in the midfield, who drops it. Oh, just barely high of the goal. Now Bell cannot get there. The breakaway again for Zane Jackie. That's a hat trick so far right here around halftime.
This is when you try and predict. He tried to follow this through but did not see Zane Jackie. We see Bell overcommitting a bit too much. But Zane Jackie putting that on target from midfield. Even if Bell did get there, he was still forcing him into a position that would have made him have a bad touch to the corner and let them continue pressure.
And with 2:42 left to go, take 3 with a nice 2-goal lead. We'll see if they can hold on to it. Rizzo in the corner, pops that one out towards Insolences. Ball goes high, and Zane Jackie will just look to buy some time. Drop this one down. Insolences now sends it over to the side, and Rizzo looks for a touch but misses. That'll leave it with Insolences in the midfield. Zane hangs back in net, waits patiently as Vince takes a shot, and then plays it to the side. It'll be Rizzo putting it over up to Insolences. Nice pass down to Rizzo. So we'll wrap this one around, get the midfield boost, and let Zane Jackie come up to help set him up. A decent opportunity there. But with 2:05 left to go, it's been all Zane Jackie so far this game. We talked a lot on the desk about how Rizzo was the high-flying player on take 3. It's good to see Zane Jackie stepping it up here and able to score some points.
Rizzo definitely is very mechanically sound. In week 1, we watched him pretty much just dominate G2 almost alone, doing really well in his series. But since then, he's definitely quieted down. Zane Jackie has seen the kind of hole that needs to be filled as somebody that needs to start making the touches and making the plays.
Corrupted G and Vince. We'll send that one through now. Insolence is up on the wall. Drop this one towards the goal. Bell sends it high. Rizzo is there to send it towards the net, just wide. Cannot get it through. And it'll be Insolences trying to push this one around. Now Zane over to Insolences. Does he get it into the net? He does. A nice pass play. Gives a 3-goal buffer here to take 3.
Giving themselves quite a bit of padding. We see this pass. Like, that's the kind of thinking that we don't see a lot of Rocket League players do. He easily could have just hit it off that sidewall, and it's going to bounce middle, and maybe you'll get a 50-50. But he actually knew his player was up in the corner, so he, without even using the walls, just put it directly at him, even though it was almost a 90-degree touch. Difficult, skillful, great.
That's what we're like from take 3 here. They're looking to try and go up 2 games in the series. Vince drops that one in a nice block there from Insolences. A shot from Vince. 1:05 left to go. Deception. Got to score 3 just to force overtime. We'll see Zane come out from net. Rizzo was rotating, kind of got caught in the middle of that contention. Zane Jackie now to come off the wall, let it for Rizzo. Corrupted G keeps it in this corner. Oh no, the touch from Rizzo kind of almost puts it into his own net. Corrupted tried to finish it off, but luckily Zane Jackie was there. Now this leaves it with Insolences and Rizzo, pushing it up onto the backboard. Bills tries to air carry it all the way out to midfield. Vince now in the air will drop it off the wall, and Insolences puts it over to the side. He's going to try and carry this one around. Can he drop this one down? No, interrupted by Bell. A critical play there, but Zane keeps that pressure on. It's going to drop towards the net. Corrupted keeps it high, but Insolence is going to drop it in again. They just continue to pressure this one, and Rizzo will drop it all the way in. Finally, the shot going in. 4-goal lead now for take 3.
This is some take 3 week 1 pressure that we talked about. We actually broke it down. Rizzo getting the tight angle, just perfectly touching over the top side of his car.
Absolutely.
But there were about 4 shots in succession that happened prior to that moment that just is we saw take 3 pull it off, and I'm glad to see them being able to pull it out of their basket again.
9 seconds remaining at this point. It's all over for Deception, who will drop 2 games in a row to take 3. We've got to be feeling good about this one. And as they end, Deception's got to change something up here, as take 3 definitely has their number and has really been able to put on a lot of points.
Deception might be a little too widespread. It was
Sure.
hard to say. I was more kind of caught myself watching take 3, seeing them pull off things they hadn't pulled off in quite some time. As you said, they lost 9 games in a row previous to their victory just last game, but now they're 2 up in the series, looking to 3-0 Deception, trying to get that victory, trying to pick their heads up and keep themselves in contest position for playoffs.
Yeah, everyone is trying to stay in that top 6 right now. All you got to do is try and avoid the bottom 2. And as we move into Game 3, which will be on Urban Central, one of those maps that has a lot of variants, this will be the Dawn variant. I'm excited to see that beautiful map. I think this is one they introduced in the most recent patch, so they continue just to add maps to that lineup there. But take 3. Pulling out, again, 9 shots to just 5. They only had to make 3 saves. Again, continuing to keep those shots against really down, something that we've been seeing Deception be able to do. Again, they lead in those shots on net, but they're really holding them down. They only kept them to just 5 here.
Yeah, and take 3, as you said, 3 saves on both sides. But we see take 3 a lot finding themselves all clumped up in a Deception's half, but not in a bad way particularly.
Sure.
They do a great job of making sure that they don't get any hard clears, making sure they don't get any long shots. We haven't seen any open nets, which is what I was a little scared of going into this series.
Sure.
But I'm enjoying seeing we've only really seen, I think, one on the side of Deception. We saw Bell trying to retreat, but Insolence has got a good shot over his head. But overall, it's not something, it hasn't happened as much as I expected.
Well, game 3 here. Deception with the backs against the wall. They've got to win 3 in a row. They want to take this series off of take 3. They want to take the series off of take 3. That's just, I didn't even try it. That's just silly. Rizzo now going to drop this one down to Zane Jackie. Gets shut down by Bell, who has an open net at the moment. He's going to try and cross this one, but Rizzo was able to rotate, put it around. Zane Jackie pops that one out into the middle. Corrupted G dropping it almost towards Vince. It's not going to work. Bell puts it up into the corner. Zane watches this one. It's Bell who wins the 50-50, and Insolences has to put this one over the top. And a nice play there by Take 3 to put it all the way back onto the backboard. Now Zane Jackie into the corner. Rizzo watches and falls back as Bell was clearly going to win that one. That leaves it with Zane in the corner. Corrupted takes a shot towards the net, blocked away by 2 players. This could be a bad situation, but Vince, oh my goodness, Rizzo got the save, and then Zane immediately comes off the wall to get the counter play. Can they put this one in? He's going to try and pass it out to Insolences. A nice setup. Insolences is in the air, but cannot get it through Vince, and Corrupted G, who put it out back to midfield. 3:56 left to go, still scoreless in game 3.
See Deception and Take 3's half quite a bit, but they're not much of a threat. And I think that might be a bit of a misconception. People assume if you have the ball in your opponent's half that they should be scared. But at this level, everyone knows when a player can be a threat and when they have a shot on goal or when there's anyone in even a passing position. So Take 3 just was kind of buying time until they got a hard clear. They were able to keep control, and they're hoping for a counterattack.
Insolences and Rizzo now falling back. Zane Jackie sets that one high, and Rizzo comes up. See them just trying to push it out of their own half now. Some sloppy touches, but it does result in a nice opportunity here. Can Zane come up from the back? No, he's going to hang back. And there he finally goes over the top of 2. Vince will get there just in time. As we've seen Zane Jackie taking a lot of long shots. Another one coming out from Rizzo, and Corrupted G has to get up and into the way of that one. Now Bell out to the midfield. Zane over to the side. Who's going to win this one? It'll be Corrupted G who gets it past Rizzo. Insolences will actually back pass into his own corner. Nobody was there. An interesting touch there from Rizzo. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted, and Vince is able to capitalize.
I don't think so. Corrupted G finding himself up in the corner. Like you said, I don't think Insolences noticed that Corrupted was going to be up on that wall, and he essentially gave possession up to the ball right next to his own net. Corrupted gets that touch off to his teammate.
With 2:57 left to go in game number 3, Deception looking to try and stay alive. So they now have the lead, but Insolences crosses that one just wide of the goal, gets a demo onto Vince. Zane drops it for Rizzo, who takes a shot, blocked by Corrupted. Insolences in the air. Can he get it over? Oh, Bell with the save as he moves backwards. Zane in to finish it off. A great amount of aggression coming out there from Take 3 as they tie it up.
This is what I mean. We saw the first shot coming from Rizzo, then the second shot from Insol. Zane Jackie following through. This was actually surprisingly wide, but the shots came from midfield, so they had a lot of power, and they weren't saved that well. They were actually pushed up instead of out.
2:38 left to go, just as we saw Deception take the lead. We see Take 3 tying it back up. Vince will send that one towards the goal, but Zane Jackie puts it to the side. Now Rizzo hangs back in net and watches his teammates move this one up. Insolences gets it past 2, past the last defender. Zane Jackie sends it into the net, and that is the lead for Take 3.
I think Deception wanted to try and get that goal. They wanted to get this lead. They were itching for a victory. We see that last defender come up for the 50-50, and no one was there to take his place. He did what he could. He didn't have much of a choice. He had to come meet that, close off those angles, but he didn't get enough height on the ball, so the ball actually pinched right over him, stayed in his half.
Man, I think all the goals have been scored like within the last 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Just very quickly all come out here. As Bell tries to wrap this one around the corner. Nice shot from Insolences. Blocked by Corrupted G. Zane just trying to set this one up for Rizzo, who was lurking at the midfield. He's going to bounce over onto the wall. There comes Rizzo from the back. Gets it past 1. Bell and Corrupted fall back. Bell is able to get some contention and put it out to the midfield. There's Zane. Over to the side. Vince had an opportunity to shoot in an open net, but missed the touch on the ball, and that leaves it in the corner here as Corrupted draws out a defender. Zane on the wall. Last line of defense has to make a play here, but nobody actually came in to take a shot there. No one took a shot from Deception's side. And now let's give Zane ball control back as he puts another one in. It's been all Zane Jackie's second hat trick game in a row.
Now we're starting to see what I feared out of Deception. These open nets forcing defenders into bad positions. Bell tried his best to contest that from Zane Jackie, but being the last person back, and the fact that Zane Jackie had full control of even the first touch and then let alone the second touch, this is what I feared out of them, and it seems like it's starting to show.
1:38 left to go, and Deception's got their work cut out for them. They're down by 2. A nice shot from Corrupted G, but blocked away by Zane. The defense holding up from this defensive-minded team. Zane puts it over the top of Vince. Rizzo tries to put it underneath Bell, but it's going to still pop around into a decent spot. Corrupted G can't quite get that one through, and Bell will drop it under. Now Vince into the corner. Rizzo plays it past 1. Corrupted G tries to push it through. They gets it past Zane, but it just goes off the post and does not go in. 1 minute remaining here in game number 3, and Deception's hopes are on the line right now.
I think Deception's a little too scared to commit. We'll see them get themselves in decent positions, but then they kind of drop back to midfield. They're too scared to go up for the shots.
All right, now they have to be going for everything as Zane plays this one over to the side. Vince takes a shot, but it goes high. Bell tries to drop it down for Corrupted G, but it's blocked away by Zane, who has a breakaway opportunity. It'll be Bell back here, or Vince, excuse me, who's able to push that one around. 36 seconds, still down by 2. Vince into the corner. They push it away. Rizzo and Insolence is just trying to push it out of their own half. A nice play there by Zane to put it into the corner. If you can just keep it up here for 30 seconds, that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote. This is take 3. Looking strong, but there's the breakaway opportunity. Vince gets it in 18 seconds, and Deception has a hope.
Take 3 just really had to not let anything in, but Insolence is turned around just a bit too early with Rizzo on the side, knowing his teammate was, Zane Jackie was way up there. He really shouldn't have turned around, probably should have gone back to net, but it was still a good shot off the sidewall.
It's a good play there. Able to capitalize on the defensive positioning. Now with 15 seconds left, they're holding on. Deception going to try and push this one through, see if they can push us to game 4. With 8 seconds remaining, they only need 1, but oh, that clear from Rizzo is going to buy so much time off the clock. He's just going to keep it up here in the corner. It's hit 1 second. They've got to keep it in the air. Can they do it? They're going to try and pop it away. It does go all the way into the corner. Corrupted has an opportunity, but there's a touch from Zane that puts it back out to the midfield. Insolence actually keeps that one alive. I expect them just to let it just drop, but then Rizzo put it into the corner. Man, they're just keeping this one alive for a long time right now. They're really trying to hold on, but it will finally touch, and take 3 takes it in 3. Very well done, getting the sweep after they got swept.
Take 3 reviving a bit today after losing their last 3 series. They just swept another, losing 9, getting 3 in a row. Looking good for next week. They're the second team to feel quote-unquote revived today. We see G2 coming alive a little bit, knowing that they're going to be a team that's kind of got a target on their back, a little bit of a struggle. Take 3, after week 1 was one of those teams. They had a big target on them too. They did well. They started dominating. So let's see if they can keep themselves in the running. But overall, I thought Deception did a great job. It was just tough, though. Take 3 just brought it a little too hard.
Absolutely. It was very, very critical for Take 3 to take that one. Now they move up to having 3 wins, which is just a much better place to be as far as those standings, trying to make it into those top 6. So you can make it to the online playoffs and hopefully make it to Amsterdam. But it's been a great day of North American Rocket League over here at the RLCS. We'll be sending it back over to the analyst desk one more time. Axel Toss, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wavepunk and Finable Carpet, and congrats to Take 3. We were very worried for them as they lost 9 in a row, but then they just won 3 in a row. So helping their chances to advance to the regional playoffs, certainly. But let's take another look at that one in the form of the Mobile One High Performance Replay to see exactly how Take 3 was able to get that sweep done.
Game 1, Zane Jackie. Well, Zane Jackie was all over this whole series. He was doing a great job offensively. Right there was a little bit of an own goal by Vince. But Baby Rizzo, 7 shots in Game 1, was really putting on the pressure here in Game 1 to set the tone of the series.
I mean, and it actually a trend in the stats I saw coming near the end of it. I mean, Rizzo has a lot of shots, but a lack of goals. And near the end of the series, you know, they started to see less shots from Rizzo and a lot more from Zane. I think that was just a good transition they needed to make. Yep,
Games 2 and Games 3, Zane Jackie getting hat tricks in both. And Insolences had a donut shop in the first game, all zeros across the board. And then in Games 2 and Games 3, he was an assist machine, helping out Zane a ton on all the offensive opportunities. And I think that's what Take 3 really needs is Insolences to get back into it, because he really hasn't had a great league play so far.
No, absolutely. I mean, if you have one player that's not playing as strong as they probably should be, it's a team game. It's going to take down the whole team overall. But I mean, they came in with a V at the end of this one, and that's all that mattered in this series, at least.
Yeah, very nicely done by Take 3. You know, We've seen that actually happen a lot today. Teams lose and then come back and win. Actually, a fun fact, we had 7 matches. 4 of the matches went all the way to 5 games. This is where I give you random stats that you probably don't care about, but that's okay. 4 of the matches went all the way to 5 games. 3 of the matches were sweeps. So there was no 3-1 or no anywhere in today's matches. But certainly a lot of awesome Rocket League. Take 3, honestly, it's nice to see them do well, considering they did lose so many in a row. And again, it helps their chances for the regional playoffs.
Yeah, with 3 wins, that's a big boost to make it to the playoffs right now because there's 2 teams sitting at 1 win. And one of those teams has to lose next week because they play each other. So I believe that locks up Take 3 for
Yeah, Take 3 only has 1 game next week against 1 match against Vindicator GG.
So actually, they don't get locked up because they could come in 7th. They just can't come in 8th at this point. But Take 3, that was a very important win for them. They needed it badly. But on the flip side, with Deception, now they only have 1 win going into the final week, and they desperately need wins to make playoffs.
Of course, it's them and G2 with 1 win at the moment. But again, I think we have the standings ready so we can actually see that in a graphical form, as you see G2 eSports and Deception at the bottom, and it should be NRG at the top.
Everyone's
Obviously,
tied.
that's not accurate. Okay, I think we had it coming up.
It was coming up.
Yeah, we'll get it there on the screen there in a second.
Rocket League,
there we go.
everyone's
So
a winner.
NRG there at the very top, 4-1, tied with Exodus. And again, top 2 is so important, so you can lock in that grand final spot. And again, bottom, so it's like top 2 and bottom 2. You really want to be top 2? You really don't want to be bottom 2.
Those top 3 teams, they have at least clinched a top 6 spot between Energy, Exodus, and Genesis. But now they're really trying for one of those top 2 spots, so they don't even have to play in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, and that's the biggest difference between Season 1 and Season 2. If you're in those bottom 2 spots, you're done, so you don't even get a chance anymore. And so getting those 1 to 6 spot, that's absolutely critical for this, as you said. So having that mindset, knowing that you're pretty safe at this point, is going to just help you even further.
Of course, that's North America. Tomorrow is all about Europe. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is in store for us. If you decide to stick around and keep the stream up all night and come hang out with us in the morning, this is what you're going to see. Starting off with Summit versus Northern Gaming, followed by Reunited versus Oh My Dog, Reunited Northern Gaming, Flipside Tactics there, match 4. Some exciting matchups there. And of course, moving on to the next few matches, we have, again, 7 matches in total for you guys to watch from the European region. There you see Flipside Tactics, Mocket Aces at the top doing pretty well. That's going to be an epic match, actually. Flipside Tactics versus Mocket Aces. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that one should be really good. It was kind of like the game we had today with Exodus versus Genesis, a battle for that number 1 spot. But Northern Gaming is still hanging around there as well, so they could surprise and get that 2-0. And we'll see. It should be a lot of fun tomorrow. Now, again, it's moving day, and in North America, no one moved. They're just like, yeah, let's all clump together. They moved closer.
Even closer.
Exactly. Well, it's like a family in North America.
Which means next week is going to be even more intense, as next week will be the final week for these teams to secure either top 2 or top 6, right? So a lot to look forward to. And speaking of looking forward to stuff, these guys are playing to compete in the grand finals, which will be in Amsterdam, December 3rd and 4th. The Rocket League Championship Series Grand Finals. Remember, Season 1 was at the Avalon in Hollywood. Now we're going to Europe. So as these teams are all fighting for a spot in that Grand Finals, where again, the winning prize amount is $50,000. Rocket League eSports is here, ladies and gentlemen. But I think that is going to wrap up our broadcast for the day. Tomorrow is all about Europe. We're going to start bright and early. The broadcast will start 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 6 p.m. CEST. So it would behoove you to set your alarm or just keep the stream up. And then when you hear our voices, it'll wake you up or something. Don't even go to sleep. Just keep watching the stream. You could go watch the VODs. You can go watch everything we just did today again and really take a lot of notes, and then you'll be better at predicting things than Gibbs.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day.
It was rough.
It was not good for me either.
I
was close.
I don't know. I got a sweep. At least I said Genesis was a sweep, but besides that,
I thought
crazy.
G2 would win their first one, and they almost did, right?
Almost, yeah.
Almost. It came down to overtime.
I think we all had faith. We all had faith that G2 would start to mount that climb forward, and they really did.
Yeah.
I mean, they showed us confidence. So.
And there's still a chance for them. If they had lost in that second match against Vindicator GG. It would have been equally as much more difficult going into next week. But that was one of the most epic matches of the day too, by the way. So definitely go check that one on G2 Esports versus Vindicator GG. But that is going to wrap up our broadcast for the day. Thank you so much for watching. And again, tune in tomorrow, twitch.tv/Rocket League. Axel Toss, Gibbs, Leaf, on behalf of everyone here, everyone behind the scenes, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow.